A car previously reported stolen from a Jasper business has been found. We'll have more on that. Plus, warmer weather this weekend and beyond could be causing problems for area road crews. More on their concerns with potholes, and Mentors for Youth Executive Director Courtney Canese discusses the organization's upcoming Super Strikes event tonight on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin this evening with Jasper police finding a car that had previously been reported as stolen. They say a black 2012 Chevrolet Captiva that had been reported stolen out of the Walmart parking lot along North Newton Street yesterday was found at 9 o'clock this morning in the same parking lot. Now, police say the vehicle, which was owned by Lisa and Cody Moore of Lagodi, was originally stolen sometime between 9:30 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning. No other information has been released by police as of this point. Anyone who has any information on the incident is asked to call the Jasper Police Department at 482-2255 or the anonymous tip line at 481-COPS. As the recent run of cold weather gives way to warmer temperatures, area highway departments will have their fair share of concerns with potholes that need to be filled. Steve Berg is the highway superintendent for DuBois County. He says the cold weather and moisture has impacted the roads, and he says that will make for a lot of work for crews once the weather warms up.
We expect that when things start to thaw out a little bit, during freeze thaw, there's an upheaval during a frost, and then when it starts to thaw out, especially with the moisture that we've got right now, it gets really soft. So the roads start to pump, which creates the pothole, blows out. So it's going to take quite a bit of material to fill it in a lot of cases.
Berg says the extra material that might be needed to fill potholes could also cause problems for the department's budget and for other projects.
There likely will. I think what would end up happening, stuff that we planned on hot mixing and doing this summer, some of that will have to be cut back in order to maintain what we got. So, it would have an adverse effect on us moving forward.
As mentioned, DuBois County is not the only area county expressing its concerns about potholes. The Daviess County Commissioners discussed the subject at their most recent meeting. County Commissioners President Tony Weichman says the county is concerned that it will be a hard year for roads there as the weather warms up. County Highway Superintendent Phil Cornelius echoed those sentiments, saying the weather of late is setting up for a severe frost heave. Cornelius says that all could work together to make this year the hardest on their roads since the 1980s. According to the National Weather Service, last month was the 11th coldest month ever recorded. It was also the second wettest month in history, and those extremes are expected to have a negative impact on roads across our viewing area. Temperatures across the area are set to warm up into the 50s and might even make a run at 60 degrees this upcoming week. Those temperatures will force officials in Daviess County to implement load limits that they hope will be able to be removed once the ground settles. We'll have more on the expected warm-up coming up later on in your local forecast. 2 state police troopers with ties to our viewing area have been recognized for 30 years of service to the force. Master Trooper Thomas Campbell with the Jasper Post and Sergeant Paul Andre, formerly with the Evansville Post, were honored by Superintendent Douglas Carter for reaching the 30-year milestone. Master Trooper Campbell graduated from Rivet Catholic High School in Vincennes back in 1979. He earned his law enforcement degree at Vincennes University in 1981 and joined the state police force in 1983 after he graduated from the 41st Recruit School. Campbell was assigned to the Jasper District to patrol Spencer County, which he continues to do to this day. He became a member of the state police's original Mustang program, which is now known as the High Performance Vehicle Unit, back in 1988. He served with that unit for 11 years and has also been a field training officer during that time. He has also helped at-risk youth through the JC's Pioneer Kids Camp over the last 20 years. Campbell and his wife Renee live in Spencer County with their 2 children. Meanwhile, Sergeant Andre attended the University of Evansville and Vincennes University before also graduating with the 41st Recruit School back in 1983. He was originally assigned to the Evansville district to patrol Pike County and was promoted to detective for the Evansville Post in 1985. Andrew was assigned to be an undercover officer in 1986, and he has been a narcotics detective in varying capacities since that time. He currently serves as the South Zone Sergeant with the Indiana State Police Methamphetamine Suppression Section, where he oversees field operation. Andrew and his wife Lori Jo reside in Paoli. The couple have 5 sons, one of whom is a current state police trooper. A member of the DuBois County Commissioners is seeking to retain his seat. 33-year-old Doug Ubelor of Jasper has filed for re-election as a Republican candidate for District 2 in the May primary. A 1999 academic honors graduate at Jasper High School, Ubelor graduated from Indiana University at Bloomington in 2003, earning a degree in elementary education with endorsements in mathematics and computer education. He holds an Indiana Professional Educator's license for elementary, middle, and high school mathematics, as well as for computer education. Ubelor was elected a DuBois County Commissioner back in 2010. During his term, he participated in the Association of Indiana Counties' Legislative Conference and annual AIC conferences in 2011 through this year, as well as the AIC Human Resources class in 2011 and again this year. He was a part of the Purdue University Road School in 2011, 2012, and again this year, and an Emergency Management Agency course training from 2011 through last year. Ubelor is president of the DuBois County 911 Advisory Board and the president of the DuBois County Emergency Management Advisory Board. He is also a member of the county's Health Partnership, Health Wellness Committee, and Solid Waste Management Board. Ubelor was a member of the inaugural class of the DuBois County Leadership Academy back in 2011. The Jasper Police Department has announced a new system for local business owners to update their emergency contact information. The department has added a new form to the city website at jasperindiana.gov in order to make the process more efficient and user-friendly. Business owners can also go to the webpage for the police department and find the form under the Useful Links tab. Business owners will need to provide names, home phone numbers, and cell phone numbers for all emergency call-outs. Police say it is important for them to have this information, even if the information has already been given to an alarm company. They say giving police this information will allow for law enforcement to contact business owners in a timely manner in the event of an emergency. New business owners will need to give their data in order for the business to be added to the database. Jasper Police ask that businesses keep their emergency contact list updated in the event of changes. Police say submitting an accurate and current contact list will allow for a quicker response to a business in the event of any type of emergency. Officials in one Perry County city are keeping a positive outlook on the future of a community college campus located there. Tell City officials had previously been concerned that the Ivy Tech campus the city currently has would be closing due to financial issues within the Ivy Tech system. However, Ivy Tech Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer Jeff Terp said earlier this week that many communities where Ivy Tech's campuses are located can't afford to lose the campuses, and thus they are trying to find other ways to keep them there. On Tell City's end, a meeting took place a couple of weeks ago to brainstorm ideas for keeping the Ivy Tech campus open. Officials at that meeting included Tell City Mayor Barbara Ewing, Perry County Development Corporation President Alvin Evans, and Terp. State Representative Lloyd Arnold and State Senator Richard Young were also at that meeting. Ewing says a local committee was formed once it was learned that the Tell City campus might close. She says the committee found several potential opportunities for the campus in Tell City. The concerns about the closing had stemmed from a budget deficit that reports pegged as high as $78 million. The deficit was attributed to losses in state funding due to changes in how the state funds its institutions. Indiana funds state institutions based off of the number of students that graduate, a problem for Ivy Tech, because many students who go there transfer their credits to Indiana University and Purdue, among others, to finish their degrees. Meanwhile, Tell City's Economic Development Corporation recently expressed support for a proposal that would amend a lease with Ivy Tech for the campus's building. Ivy Tech officials are hoping to do away with the current lease, which requires the school to pay $2,500 a month for the use of the building. Discussions for a new lease are set to continue, and officials remain hopeful that a new lease can be worked out by the end of this year. Finally this evening, Indiana State Police are warning area parents that troopers and police around southwestern Indiana are discovering candy laced with a chemical found in marijuana. THC is the chemical compound in the drug that provides a high to the user. Authorities say that compound has been found in candy resembling suckers, hard rock candy, and gummy worms and gummy bears. They say these candies look so much like regular candy that children or even adults would not hesitate to consume them. State police encourage parents to inspect their children's candy and to be suspicious of unwrapped or rewrapped candy in unfamiliar packaging. Police ask that anyone who could provide any information concerning THC candies to contact the Indiana State Police Evansville Post at 1-800-852-3970. All right, coming up after the break, your local forecast, sports with Kurt Gooksell, and Inform featuring Mentors for Youth Executive Director Courtney Canese. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.